People see you as just another coach. Here's why. Your story has no structure. Credentials don't justify premium pricing. Characters do. And you already are one. You just haven't built it yet. In this video, I'm going to show you the 5-part character circle that justifies premium pricing, even without credentials. Now, over the years, one of my biggest advantages was being able to share my story in an authentic manner. People got behind me, they got on board with the story, got on board with the journey, and whatever I do now, I manage to generate sales at a premium. I'm not competing on price. People either want to work with me because they love me or they don't because they hate me, and I'm cool with that. I'm trying to find the people that actually love me and fuck with me heavy, okay? So what I'm going to show you today is the hero framework, how to tell your story so your audience sees themselves in your brand. Just to cap off where we are, or recap, should I say, where we are, we're in the build section of the lock-in program. We've already done the brand bucket, we've done the cult brand star, and we're now moving on to the heroes framework. So what I'm going to show you is the heroes framework, how to map out your story like a character so people pay premium. Let's go. People think it's about credentials, the certificate you got on your wall, or the course that you did last year. It's not. Without the heroes framework, you are generic, forgettable, and a commodity. You telling people that you're going to get results, yeah, whatever, so does everyone else, and nobody remembers you, and nobody pays premium. When you build out the hero framework, when you can tell your story in an engaging manner, you are a character, memorable and premium positioned. Think about your favorite Disney character. This framework was actually taken and stolen from Disney. This is the exact framework that they use. And when they build out the characters, they have kids and even parents queuing up, waiting for the latest drop or the latest movie, okay? So this is how powerful this is. People remember characters. People pay premium for characters that they believe in, that they can get behind. If you look at some of the purchases that you've made, for example, I don't know, I've got Nike on, okay? I've had a impression from Nike. They've had Ronaldo, they've had other massive stars that these winners wear Nike. Once again, I want to be attached with that. I see myself in the Ronaldo story, in the Usain Bolt story. He was Puma, but are you with me? So we need to build out this character, this framework for yourself so you can tell your story. As always, there's a worksheet below which talks you through exactly how to do it, and an AI tool in the description which is going to guide you also. So this is the hero framework. I actually got taught this by the guy who did my initial branding for Base Alpha, and as much as he did my branding, he turned into a bit of a mentor. Dane Walker. Dane Walker's got a best-selling book, The 90-Day Brand Blueprint. If you haven't already checked it out, please go check it out. But he showed me this, and Disney uses exact setup to come up with their characters, because we know that characters have to have depth. They have to have something that they stand for. There has to be a backstory, and we've all got one. We're just not telling it in the right way. So we're going to break this up. We're going to kick it off with the center here, okay? This is the ego versus the alter ego, and the old world versus the new world. The questions you want to ask yourself, and the AI tool is going to help you with this, is who were you before? Who are you now? What did your old world look like? And what does your new world look like, okay? After you went through a certain transition in your life, okay? Mine was prison, and everybody has them. Dylan, what was yours? Just out of curiosity, what was your transition which has led you here? What did your previous world look like? What does your current world look like?
Ireland to England.
Ireland to England, so that transition, okay? You took on a new identity, new job, I'm assuming, that sort of jazz, yeah?
You got it.
Okay, you need to tell your story online, by the way. So my answer is, the old world, I was a drug dealer, prison, criminal, broke. Now my alter ego, the new ego, and alter ego isn't a negative thing. I'm a premium coach helping male business owners position themselves in the same way. That's the transformation. That's my old character versus the new character. This is the core of my story, and the same journey needs to be the core of your story. Cool. So we're going to look at the actual story, the origin. For me, working class kid from Stoke-on-Trent, thought crime was the only way to make money, started dealing cocaine, as you do. The defining moment was getting caught with 2 kilos, went to prison and lost absolutely everything. Devastating it was, I tell you. Absolutely devastating. But the transformation was, I read marketing books in prison. I realized premium positioning principles work anywhere and everywhere. I rebuilt from zero in my bank account, using those same principles. And the funny thing was, I was actually using these principles before I went to prison. I understand branding before I went to prison when I was selling cocaine. And I'm not saying, I'm glamorizing this at all, but I understand it because I was able to charge a little bit more because people got certain things with me, i.e. protection, a good service. And also the way I positioned myself and representing myself was I had nice cars, I had nice clothes, and the people who were buying from me also wanted these things. Okay, so I was aspirational and I was showcasing them. Look, I come from the same place as you. I made money. You can make money. Let's do something together. So the backstory is very important. This is where you come from and how you change over time. Next, we've got defining attributes, okay? I'm gonna read these out because you're gonna have to squint to look at these. You've got your suit, colors, or symbols. So we're looking at superheroes right now, looking at it from the Disney perspective. Mine is black and gold. I use direct language, no BS, and brutal honesty. So these are my attributes. Icons, for example, the brand bucket, the brand cult pyramid, etc. Premium positioned within the program. So these are frameworks that I use that I'm associated with regularly. My strengths are understanding positioning from my drug dealing days, brutal honesty, and I'm built for nothing. This allows for relatability. My vulnerabilities are I've got a criminal record. I actually don't, or back in the day when I just got out of prison, it wasn't something that I was too keen about sharing too much. I've got no formal credentials apart from my level 2 and level 3 qualification back in the day. I've got no other credentials in terms of business apart from building a business and getting to 6 figures in the first year. And I've got a controversial background. I have been denied in terms of delivering speeches and talks in universities because of my criminal background. I can't go to America or Australia because of my criminal background. It's actually a bit of a kick in the dick for me. Always want to go to America, but it's not going to happen. Catchphrases are premium position, premium prices, not for everyone, and brutally honest coaching. These are your defining attributes as well. So what makes your character recognizable in a crowded marketplace? Next, we've got friends, allies, supporting cast. So in terms of family, the few family members who believed when I got out, very few people did actually believe in me. Somebody very close to me said to me, is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna sell things online? How does that even work? Why didn't you get a proper job? But I had people also in my corner who backed me. Sidekicks and allies were my early clients who trusted me with no track record. Mentors in the past who saw potential when I had nothing, i.e. Dane, who taught me this framework. People who believed an ex-dealer could coach. And also my videographer, Cube, who's been with me since day dot. My supporting cast are my locking clients who are on this journey with me. The syndicate members who prove the model actually works. And the inner circle who become premium positioned. These are your allies. These are people that you need to talk about in your content. They need to be present. You need to make references to them because you aren't a standalone person. Nobody ever is. And finally, we have a nemesis. For me, I hate the status quo. I hate the conditioning that keeps people broke. I want to see everyone succeed. The gallery of villains for me are excuses, victim mentality, commodity pricing, playing it safe, the belief that you need credentials to charge premium, which you don't. The conflicts in my world are me versus a system that said ex-dealers can't succeed. Premium positioning versus commodity pricing. Obviously, I'm on the side of premium positioning. And standing out versus blending in. It's all about standing out for me. The enemies are what your character fights against on a regular basis. And we've touched on this on previous trainings. But once again, you should talk about this in your content and understand this is a part of your character. So my complete character, for example, is the center is a drug dealer, which is my ego, turned premium coach, which is the alter ego. Working class kid to prison to transformation. My attributes, black and gold, text or presentation style, brutal honesty, frameworks, and I'm not for everyone. My top friends are family who believed in me, early clients, mentors, and Cube. Enemies, the status quo, excuses, commodity pricing, and playing it safe. That's my entire character, structured, very clear, and very memorable. I don't think you can find many people like me doing what I do. And it justifies premium pricing because the character is fully formed and developed. Now you might be thinking, I'm not a character, I'm just a coach. Wrong. You're a fucking hero in your own world, in your own story, and also you're a guide in other people's story, the people who want to work with you or potentially could work with you to help resolve their problems. So just to recap, we have covered premium position. We have one more episode in the series, but this is the entire program, okay? In terms of building out the business, premium position is just the base layer. We need to build our offers, magnetize with our marketing, and GYC sales, which stands for get your card sales, is the entire system which allows you to build out a really cool and profitable business. Below is a worksheet like I mentioned, and the AI tool in the description, so you can start to build out your character, and also a content plan which is going to allow you to attract people that are willing to pay premium. I'll catch you on the next one.